Here's an example of another thesis. Behind the scenes, AIs have transformed what we read, watch, and buy online, but there are many tasks which AIs are currently poorly suited for. Okay, so what kind of evidence can I provide to back that statement up? Well, transformed what we read, watch, and buy online, that's going to basically be, a lot is like recommendation algorithms, right? So that could be things like the YouTube algorithm, online ad networks, things like that. Again, if I remember back to the book, I know the YouTube algorithm was talked about in the book. This was also talked about in that YouTube video. So again here, recommendation algorithms, YouTube, I know that was in the book, so I'll go again to my trusty search inside. I know YouTube was in here somewhere, so we'll look for this. Like page 158, 159. That could be a good example to use here. Again, this is sort of talking about some of the flaws here, so it's a bit of a mix, but we've got YouTube, page 158, page 159, and you can see the reference here, citation number 30 in this chapter. So this is going to be like P159, reference 30 is what I should be looking at for that YouTube reference, again, to get more information about that. The YouTube video that we watched in class, that would be another example of talking about some of those recommendation algorithms. Again, lots of good examples here. This might also be another place to get some outside reading, so I might just search recommendation algorithms. So here's a couple Netflix ones. I switched my search term to add like YouTube and Netflix in here. So there's a couple of good people watch for things like that. So, here I'm talking about those AIs. I'm also going to need to have some information about, how those AIs are actually trained, why they can sort of work well. Again, that YouTube video on how machines learn was really good at that as well, sort of giving a good illustrative example of how these can work. Then my second half of my thesis, many tasks which AIs are currently poorly suited for. So maybe in this case, I've got visual chatbot there as an example. And so that visual chatbot, we have lots of good examples for where that fails. We might also have some good examples of where it actually succeeds if we look for long enough. I think that's a pretty easy one to figure out which examples work well there. Again, once I get some of this evidence, I really want to go back and modify and improve my thesis. Like in this case, maybe I'll switch this to I don't know. This could be a bit stronger. There are many tasks. So this, I don't know, this I would want to do some more editing on to really get a stronger statement there, because this is currently a bit vague.